we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life.
Well, welcome back. I'm going to show you in a minute what I've been doing, and it's not an ideal place really to be doing a video on what I'm doing with the little Herald, but I thought I'd do a quick review of what I'm doing. To give you an idea what I'm doing, just down here in front of the camera, new wheels and Pirelli Angel tyres. I've got two, obviously. That's the front one, the back one's over there. Yeah, so I've got that. As you can see, I'll just flip you around. The bike is in bits at the moment. I've taken the tank off, taken the battery out, I've taken off the old heated grips, taken off the crappy bars that come with the bike, which look like something out of the 1970s. There's the other wheel, look, out of the 1970s. There we go, that's that. I've got rid of the Oxford hot grips, which aren't stealth-like enough. They're laying down there. The Buick screen's off for now. And here we go. We've got some fancy new gold bars, much lower. I've taken off the mirrors that were on here. That's not yet set in place. I've still got to tweak it all. USB, this is now, it's not plugged in yet, as you can see. USB, that's got temperature and voltage, battery voltage on it. Important one for me, because I was having problems with the battery. For those of you who've been watching, I have had problems starting the bike every now and again, because the battery voltage keeps dropping. Now, it turns out, I'm no electrician, I'm no bike mechanic. However, it turns out that hot grips, even Oxford hot grips that have a smart controller, let me show you the smart controller. That's that. Even with the smart controller, that works by monitoring the battery. And when it drops below, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it goes down to 11.5 volts. That's when it turns the heated grips off. Now I fitted some cheap Chinese, see if they're going to work. They seem to work at the moment. Stealth heated grips. Believe it or not, these only cost me about, I think it was, I want to say £12. All right. So I'm not losing much if they don't particularly work well. And if they don't, I'm going to go for some more stealth grips called, they're ultimate add-ons, but they're about 140 quid. And the reviews on those are really good. But I thought I'd try these cheap ones to start with. And if I have to change them, I have to change them. They actually do come with the, everything is attached. So I don't have to squeeze the new hot grip onto a new throttle sleeve underneath. So that's all part of it. I put it all together. Everything is bolted up bar this brake at the moment. I've just roughly put it in. Loving the look of that. Obviously with the tank, when it goes back on, with the gold writing on the tank, I thought that would match quite nice. Shame I haven't got gold rims. I love gold rims on a bike. But there's the new ones. There's the old ones, not looking so good. These are going to be my winter hack tyres and wheels with the Tim Sungs on it, and those will be my summer wheels. So what am I doing? I'm going to stick in, I've taken the tank off. I found I did have a problem when I overfilled the tank, that it was draining onto the top of the engine, which is never a good idea, petrol on a hot engine. This is the connection for the engine, and for those of you that are working on the Heralds, they do not have a cut-off on the tank. So when you empty the tank, or when you remove your tank, make sure you empty it first. Now I've put the fuel in, excuse the mess, look. I've put the fuel down there, okay? And in that plastic bag that's next to it is a siphon. So I siphoned the tank out, removed it, and there's actually 3 connections that you need to take off. Now, I was just saying about it leaking everywhere. When I had the tank redone, this little hose here which was tucked up out the way, I didn't see it, is supposed to go up on the overflow, if you like. When you overfill the tank, that's where it goes, instead of all over your top of your engine. So I found that. I won't have that problem in the future. That's the other fuel, the main fuel line that comes out the bottom. Okay, you just press that button in there and release it, pull it down and remove it. There's an electrical connection at this end. I think there might be one more. I'm just having a quick look around. Yeah, and there's another electrical connection that goes in underneath the tank, up by where the fuel, the feed goes in. It's up that sort of way. Sort of pretty obvious where they go, isn't it? Look at that, you can see. So, to remove the tank, all you do is take your seat off, undo these two, and obviously I've put that there just loosely so I don't lose them, and pivot the tank on these rubber bungs here, and pull it back and away. Okay, so lift it up, pull it back and away. You can then get to all the connections underneath, remove the connections, but please do remember to empty your tank first, drain off the tank. So it's really simple. One of these, okay, that's a relay. Because I'm putting the hot grips in, as I'd already stated, even the guys, I had the professionally, in inverted commas, professionally fitted the Oxford hot grips. Firstly, they put the right hand grip on the left hand side, and anyway, it wasn't great, and it was wired in straight into the back of the battery. And if you see on the Herald there are 4 battery terminals. These are the back, this is the front, positive and negative. So there's the front of the battery, so it goes in on the side of the bike, which goes there. On the right hand side of the bike, you've got those connections. These connections here, although done up tight, were still loose. So these connections here, which were on the back of the were actually just sort of floating up and down, not making a particularly good connection. So yeah, always have a good connection on your battery, guys. That will preserve the battery. And what I'm going to say here is, your battery, the more you bolt onto that accessory wise, the worse it will be. All right. The only things you should be wiring directly into the battery are the wiring harness, which is this lot here. Okay. Take these away. These ones that you can see there, and perhaps a charging loom if you're going to have a smart charger plugged into the side of the bike. That's the only things that you should have in there. Anything else auxiliary wise, to include this fancy USB thing here and your hot grips, should go through a relay. Okay, I don't know if you can make that out. Anyway, it's a 4-pole relay. I'm no electrician, but it's simple to do. Okay, basically you wire your main power cable from the battery. You have a main power cable going into that relay. All right, which would be this one here. Okay, they're all numbered, and there's your main neutral opposite that, or your negative. And then one of these 2 wires, doesn't really matter which, will go to your switchable. So when you turn on the ignition, your ignition live. So you need to find a wire that is ignition live. So when you turn the key on, power comes through, and the power can be quite low. So that goes in there. And then this one, the other one, would go away to your positive on your accessories. So I will double that up. So that's how it'll work. So I will put a ground in somewhere on both of the accessories on the frame, and then have the live wire from both of those going into this relay as well. And then you tuck it away. I'm going to be hopefully bolting it in down here underneath there, and it'll look nice and tidy. So then that way, when you take out your key from the ignition, everything accessory wise is disconnected. Beeline. Those of you that do watch the channel, this is where I connect my beeline. It was, if you look down there on the Buick screen, sat just here, but I wanted to keep that a little bit clear. I'm going to try it. Excuse all the scratches. I should have really painted this first, or taken the paint off, one of the two. That'll happen later. So I've just stuck it on the top of here. I bought another mount, my B-line, which is the same size as a watch face, basically. My what's the word I'm looking for? My B-line connects to the phone, and yeah, my navigation goes through there. I am absolutely sold on that. I do like to see my time. It's not ideal, so this was placed at a bit of an angle, so I've put it sort of so I can see it from the seated position quite well. Look at that. 1:10 is it? Yeah, so switch blocks, everything has gone back on nice and neat. I have also got some bar end mirrors that I'll be putting on here, hence I've put in the top of this, you'll see that I've put an alloy screwed bung in the top of where on the bar mirrors. We're on the bar. I don't want that. I want bar end mirrors just to make it a little bit better. I am going to have the ones that sit above. I'll try it above or below, see what I'm happiest with. So that's the upgrades I'm doing. What else? I have managed to source some replacements. If you look in behind these indicators, the only point really I've seen a bit of bad rust on the bike is here. And I don't like that, so I'm actually going to brush it and clean it up. But for the sake of £5, those exact indicators, front and rear, I have sourced from on Temu, which is a Chinese website. So clearly they supply the ones that are on here. They supply the makers of this bike. So there we go. What else am I going to do? Chain and sprockets. I've got new chain and sprockets to go with the new wheels. Front and rear. Haven't got the chain yet, but I am going to get a chain because this one is fully adjusted out. It is fine at the moment, but I think what I'm going to do is get somebody else to put the chain on for me and make sure that they get the correct chain. I'm going to pop on the wheels myself. I have got to take the brake calipers off. Take the brake calipers off, and I'm going to buy some decent quality brake pads to go in those, but I need to take them off so that they can source the right sizes to go on those calipers. I do get a bit of brake fade on them, so I am looking for a better brake pad. So I'm going to whip these off, take the pads to somebody. They're gonna try and find some decent ones to replace them. Then I'm going to put them all back on with the new brake discs and put the sprockets on, front and rear. Take this chain off. I'll literally just cut it off and take it on a trailer on the back of the car to my local bike mechanic, and he will fit a chain for me. So that's it. I'm going to drop the oil, do the filter. The high flow filter goes in here. Like I say, this is a Honda clone engine, so it is actually a Honda part, or Honda, sorry, use those high flows in there. Good quality oil filter. There are two drain positions on this because you've got here your oil tank. There's a drain plug at the bottom of the oil tank, but also on the opposite side of the engine, on the left-hand side of the engine, underneath the case in there. The oil isn't stored there; it's stored in the tank there because this is a dry sump. But although it's a dry sump, on the opposite side there is a drain plug there. When you do that, make sure that you change the brass washers as well, the compression washers. I have got some new ones to do that as well, so I'm gonna do that. I'm not going to change the spark plug. I put a decent one in there, probably only a couple of thousand miles ago. It's absolutely perfect. So yeah, that's where we are with the Herald. I am going to be doing a bit of an adventure. I haven't spoken to the wife about it yet, so I'm going to be doing a bit of adventure this year. Hopefully in the summer, and rather than staying in hotels as I did when I went to Europe, I will be doing camping. So there we go. That's what I'm currently doing. I am planning, like I say, on going into Europe, so I'm doing a complete overhaul on the bike. Looking to go to Italy and back camping, so watch out for that one. That'll be coming up in the summer. So much appreciated. Thanks for watching.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun. know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life.